Hey there fellow project managers and aspiring leaders. Welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving deep into something that can absolutely make or break your project success. Clarity in team communication. Now I know that you might be thinking, oh great, another lecture about communication. But stick with me here because this isn't just a theory. What I'm about to share with you saved my bacon most times than I can count. And I'll bet it'll do the same for you. Let's kick things off with a bold statement. Clarity is king in the kingdom of collaboration. I want you to tattoo this on your project manager brain because it's that important. Now, why am I so fired up about this? Well, let me break it down for you with 3 compelling reasons seasoned with some real world examples that'll make this all click. First up, we've got alignment accelerates achievement. Fancy words, right? But here's what it really means. When everyone on your team knows exactly what they're supposed to be doing, magic happens. We're not talking about small improvements here. We're talking about warp speed progress. Let me paint a picture for you from my own experience. Not too long ago, I was working on a concept job where we faced a classic communication challenge. We had multiple stakeholders giving direction, each with their own vision and priorities. Our creative lead was caught in the crossfire, becoming increasingly confused about which changes to implement. It was like watching a game of telephone going wrong, with each person adding their own spin to the message. The creative lead was drowning in a sea of conflicting feedback, trying to decipher what changes were actually needed. We could see the project timeline stretching out before our eyes, and the quality of our work was at risk. But then we implemented a crystal clear communication strategy. We established a single channel for all feedback, acting as a funnel for information. Suddenly, it was like everyone got fitted with the same pair of glasses. All stakeholders had to route their input through this channel, allowing us to consolidate and prioritize the feedback. The result was transformative. Our creative lead no longer had to play detective with the changes, sifting through a mountain of contradictory information. Instead, they received clear, unified direction. This streamlined process allowed them to implement correct changes efficiently and effectively. When it came time to present the designs, the outcome spoke for itself. The client loved what we showed them. Not only have we met their expectations, but we've done so without the usual back and forth that can drag out a project. This experience really drove home the power of clear communication channels. By funneling all our feedback through a single point, we turned what could have been a chaotic, frustrating process into a smooth, efficient one. And the best part, we delivered a product that the client loved right on schedule. That's the power of alignment through clear communication. It turns potential confusion into cohesive action, aligning everyone's effort towards a common goal. Now let's move on to our second point, proactive problem solving. This is where clear communication really shines and earns its stripes. Let me share a real example from one of our web projects that really drive this point home. We were tasked with adding resources to a website we managed. Sounds simple enough, right? Well, not quite. We were faced with an overwhelming amount of potential resources to sift through. The challenge was ensuring only the most relevant ones made it onto the site. Now, in a team with poor communication, this situation could have easily spiraled into a time-consuming nightmare. We might have spent countless hours going through each resource ourselves, trying to guess which ones were the most valuable. And let's be honest, a week before the deadline, we'd probably be in full panic mode, rushing to make decisions and potentially compromising the quality of our work. But that's not how we operate. Because we had established open lines of communication and culture of proactive problem solving, we approached this challenge differently. We identified potential risks early on. Instead of diving headfirst into the sea of resources, we took a step back, realized that spending time going through each resource ourselves wasn't the most efficient approach. It could lead to delays, and we might not even select the resources that would be most valuable to the end user. So what did we do? We proactively reached out to the client. We set up a meeting to collaboratively identify which resources made the most sense to include on the website. This wasn't just a time-saving measure, it was about ensuring we were meeting the client's need and providing value to the website users. The result? We significantly reduced the time spent on resource selection. More importantly, we ensured that the resources added to the website were truly relevant and valuable. The client appreciated being involved in the process, and we avoided the stress of last-minute decision-making. This is beautiful proactive problem-solving through clear communication. It's not about avoiding the problems, it's about anticipating potential issues and addressing them early, collaboratively, and efficiently. In this case, a potential time sink was transformed into an opportunity for the client collaboration and improved project outcomes. And this doesn't have to be complicated. It could be as simple as a daily stand-up meeting or shared project management tool where issues can be flagged. The key is creating an environment where your team feels comfortable raising concerns early. Trust me, you'd rather hear Houston, we have a problem when you still have time to course correct. Now on to our third and perhaps most crucial point. Trust, clear, consistent communication is the fertilizer that helps trust grow. And let me tell you, in a garden of project management, trust is the most beautiful and important flower you can cultivate. When your team trusts each other and trusts you as a leader, incredible things start happening. People take calculated risks, they share their off-the-wall ideas, and that just might revolutionize the project. They support each other through tough times as well. I remember one project where we were up against an impossible deadline, the kind that makes you want to cry or laugh. But because we had built this foundation of trust through clear communication, something amazing happened. The team pulled together in a way I've never seen before. People were staying late, not because I asked them to, but because they didn't want to let their teammates down. Ideas are flowing, problems getting solved left, right, and center, and despite all odds, we delivered on time. That's the power of trust built through clear communication. It turns a group of individuals into a community with a shared vision. So how do we actually implement this in the real world? Let me give you 5 practical tips that you can start using today. Tip number 1, set clear expectations. Make sure every single team member understands their role and responsibilities. Don't assume, but verify. Tip number 2, use multiple channels. Some people love face-to-face chats while others prefer emails. Use a mix to cater to different styles. Number 3, encourage questions. Create an environment where asking for clarification is seen as a strength and not a weakness. Tip number 4, implement regular check-ins. Have consistent times for updates and problem solving. It could be daily stand-ups or weekly roundtables. Tip number 5, utilize visual aids. Sometimes a picture really is worth 1,000 words. Use charts, graphs, and even simple sketches to convey complex information. Remember, improving communication is an ongoing process. It's not about perfection. It's about consistent effort and the willingness to adapt as your team's needs change. Now, I've shared my experience and insights, but I know that many of you out there have your own valuable perspectives. So I want to hear from you. How have you implemented effective communication strategies in your teams? What challenges have you faced and how did you overcome them? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights don't just help me, they help every project manager watching this video. We're all in this together, learning and growing as a community of professionals. If you found value in today's discussion, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We've got loads more project management wisdom coming your way, and hey, why not share this video with your team or fellow project managers? Spread the love and also the knowledge. Before I sign off, here's a little teaser for your next week's video. We're going to be decoding the DNA of decision making in project management. Trust me, you won't want to miss it. Until then, remember, clear communication isn't just a nice to have, it's a must to have. So go out there, start those conversations, and watch your projects soar. This is Darius signing off. Keep communicating, keep leading, and keep making those projects shine.